Social media, an ever-growing topic, something that keeps on getting bigger and bigger each and every year. You guys probably know what it is. You guys have probably used it, whether it be checking your Instagram or Snapchat in the morning or even watching YouTube throughout the day. Many people are using social media and aren't thinking much of it. They're just mindlessly on it and aren't aware of what impact it could be having on one. According to a study done in 2022 by Morning Consult, 38% of Gen Zers reported using social media for 4 or more hours a day. And what I think is important to understand is not so much what they're viewing, but more of what impact is being had on the person consuming the content. With social media being such a big part of these younger generations, there are many things to unpack as it can be both beneficial and detrimental in certain cases. In all of these different scenarios, social media can have both positive effects, but also negative effects on one's mental health. So to begin with, there are a lot of positive mental health impacts that social media can have on one. And according to Leah Schaefer, a publisher for Harvard University, teens, in terms of self-expression, teens are able to express themselves over social media and enjoy sharing parts of themselves that they otherwise wouldn't feel comfortable sharing in person. They're able to show who they truly are. They don't have to be scared of what others might think of them because they can just explore different things in their lives that are important to them and truly express themselves. Another major thing that can help with mental health is being able to spend time with friends. Let's say one of your friends goes away to college, or they've just gone on vacation and you still want to keep in touch with them. Social media is a great place for especially these kids to continue to increase these connections that they have made with these people instead of letting them fade out, because social media is just a place where they can communicate with them. And another major thing is they can explore things that interest them. As a kid, you're doing a lot of exploring in the world, and it's a lot easier to find these things on social media as it's right there. It's right in your hand. You don't have to go out and try new things. There's less of a barrier to learning over social media, and it's same with that is the education part of it. There's so much you can learn through social media. You don't have to do a bunch of research and stuff. There's so much out there that you can just view and just take in just from social media. And then another major part is kids can advocate for themselves, advocate for what they believe in. They can express their opinions and beliefs and help spread a message that otherwise might not be able to get to other people, as they don't really know how to share their voice. So they can turn to social media as a place to help advocate for what they believe in and make themselves feel better knowing that they can have an impact. Overall, social media can be used to help strengthen kids' relationships and just help explore their own identity, really find out their core values. And now, with most things, there are the positives, but especially with social media, there can be very negative impacts that come along with it. A study was done in 2019 by the Mayo Clinic, which found a link between using social media more than just 3 times a day and poor mental health issues. 3 times, just 3 times a day, and they found a link between that and having poor mental health. And you may ask, what causes these issues? One of the main ones is the addictive part of it. Many kids, and just not even kids, they find themselves scrolling and scrolling for hours, which is taking away from what they could be doing in person, like going out. Sometimes kids would rather spend time at home just scrolling on these social media apps instead of making these connections with other people in person. Another thing that causes these mental health issues is the cyberbullying that can take place on these platforms. With being able to express yourself and show who you really are on this platform, you may come across people who want to put you down, want to bring you down for having these beliefs and ideas. And when kids see these people putting them down for what they believe in, it can cause major impacts on their mental health, as they're being themselves out here. They're becoming vulnerable, and if somebody is shutting them down and trying to push them away for being who they are, it can lead them to have just negative thoughts about themselves, and if it makes them act less like themselves than it does how they want to act. And another big one is a fear of missing out that it can cause, because if you see all your friends like at a party or something, you're sitting at home, it just is sad. It can make you sad and depressed that you're not able to do these things that other people are doing. And at the end of the day, social media should be used as a tool. It shouldn't be used as something to put other people down. It just should be used as a tool to help these kids grow into themselves and a place where they can express themselves and show who they really want to be. But with that, you must be cautious, as negative effects can come from doing so. Because on the one hand, it can be used to help somebody grow, but on the other, it is something that can cause one to shrink. It is up to the individual whether they want to use social media for good or for bad. And at the end of the day, it's your choice on how you want to use it. But with that can come the positive mental health impacts, but also the negative.